live look between the hedges, Sanford Stadium and Athens. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Georgia Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Checking in with the Gamecocks head coach before the game, his running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Gamecocks offense will get first crack at it today. Last time these two met, it was a beatdown, and I'm sure these guys would love to land the first punch in this one.
Bragging rights and setting the tone right from the beginning of the game, right? I mean, they came in, were shot out of a cannon. They were playing with so much energy and so much fire. They just overwhelmed their opponent the last time out there.
And makes the grab in their space. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Great job by this quarterback to beat the blitz, and then the running back made it to the sticks.
Yeah, awesome job. You see a extra guy coming. The running back is not accounted for. Nice job getting it to him and letting him get the first down. Great job, great read.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. From the gun, it's Payne. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. Throwing, Sellers. Moving out to the right. Got his man. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And this is why, as a defense, man, you don't want to let the quarterback outside the pocket. Once he gets outside the pocket, now everybody else has to adjust, and some people have to leave coverage, and he goes and he starts going towards his right. Nice job by the receiver finding some space towards the sidelines. They get the completion and make the play.
Looking to take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Paul.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Got it, looking for a first. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Nice move to keep running.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with second and short. There he goes. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great game.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Tough run here. It's Payne. Got some room, entered to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And that will go such a long way in deciding this football game. Who can win these short yardage situations? Who can be the more physical team? And this offense right here showing the work up front, man. The big...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here comes Ryan Puglisi. What a game he had last time out. 3 touchdowns, better than 200 yards, leading his team to victory.
Well, this guy's been sensational individually, and when he plays well, he gives his team a chance to win. We know that. Now, obviously, they've got 2 losses. You can't afford another one if you want to reach the college football playoff, David. I think people around him need to step up, and that's going to be, I think, critical in this game.
It's critical the rest of the season. Like you said, the mulligans are gone. You've had a couple of bad performances, but I think they've learned, too, what they do well. And he had a good week last week. Build on it. No more room for error. Everyone step up. Like you said, the run game get better, receivers make plays, and then see where this season goes.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun. Finds his target. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They'll give to Frazier. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Throws it off the RPO. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll move the wide receiver. On play action. They're all over it. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You know, that play right there shows me the quarterback has a plan. He had no hesitation. The defense was bearing down on him. He got hit on that play, but he knew where his running back was. He got it out to him quick, and as a result, they avoided the negative play and sack.
Wide receiver going in motion. 3rd down play from the gun. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And guys, we've been talking about this all week, man. What a showdown. Top 10 offense, top 10 defense. Who's going to come out and assert their will? And the defense wins the first battle. Getting in the backfield, creating the negative play, kind of dictating to this offense. The defense strikes first in this big-time matchup.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll try it over the left side. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Quick give. It's Payne. Just gets it to the 28. Pickup of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Turns into the pile. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. 4th down, Sellers. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome.
Shakes a man, and he might take off. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This is a good example of spacing in the passing game. You get the ball to your receiver quickly and just give him a little bit of space so that he has the ability to turn around and make a guy miss, and then go get extra yards.
Lets it fly. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Off play action on first down. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, there's something you don't see very often. The quarterback overthrowing that guy with his type of speed. There aren't a lot of dudes that have the arm talent to overthrow him, but somehow we just saw it happen right there.
Here's a give to Frazier. Breaks into the open. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Pushes ahead. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Georgia lining up to punt it away. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. Making his first move. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Play fake, Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
Well, he threw a touchdown on the last drive. You saw him on the sideline talking to his play caller. Let's keep throwing it. They can't stop us. So here they are on the very next drive. First play, and they're taking a shot. This offense right now, you can tell, they feel like they're unstoppable throwing.
Makes the catch. It's Tuggle. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Long way to go on second down. The fake wants to throw. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Fresh center downs going to the air. Got his man in the middle. Makes a catch but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Second down, gonna throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Frazier. The stiff arm, and now he's got room. Runs through a man. He might have space. Got loose, made the big play, and took it down to the 31.
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole nine. He shows you all of it right there. Catches the football, makes some people miss, gets upfield, and gets the long gain. That is so nice for a quarterback to throw it short, but you get all those yards after the catch.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. Drives inside. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Henderson.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Gonna run it. It's Payne. Turns it on in midfield. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Got it behind the line. It's Tuggle. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
On the run, deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Direct snap. Snowed under by the defense.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Sellers from the gun on third down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that third and long.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On third down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Here's Sellers to throw. Here comes the heat. Headed to the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Snap to the back. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. His third touchdown of the game and, well, of the season. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good...
All kinds of room to the right. The 30. The 10. All the way. Touchdown, Dogs.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers there.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive, just try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. 2nd and long here. Sellers. Look out. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Sellers through the noise. Escapes the pressure to his right. He'll pull it down and run. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortless.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. Finds his target down the middle. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Throwing, Sellers. Escapes the pressure going right. It's complete. Runs through a man. He might have some space. And he scores! Touchdown, Gamecocks!
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Got a man in the middle. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. And the Dogs peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. It's complete to the left. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Finds the tight end. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got his man downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Run in the red zone, it's Frazier. Driven back. Georgia using its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Time to find the end zone. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Making the adjustment on the play. Here's Sellers to throw. Turns it upfield. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Gets open down the middle. At the 40, there he goes. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We start with the Oklahoma State Cowboys taking on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. And it's Oklahoma State with a real chance to make this a memorable season. A 7th straight victory following everything that happened last year would put the rest of the sport on notice. Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the SEC. Now back to your game at Sanford Stadium in Athens. Let's just take a moment to process what we're seeing. Two quarterbacks, both dropping dimes left and right, both on pace to have career days. I can't wait to see what they have in store here in this second half. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
The Gamecocks will kick it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Coming out of the locker room, the Gamecocks head coach told me their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Stop right there.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Georgia sent out the punt team. Not a lot of room to field this one. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Down here on the Gamecocks sideline, there is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Now on the counter. Jukes his way for more. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Frazier again. Touchdown, Bulldog! And they add 6 more of the Morbinet trip to the house. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And he he puts through the extra point. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And the Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Sellers. Out wide left, it's Henderson. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Henderson. Got the first down, and he's brought down after a nice gain. The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. To the air, it's Sellers. He'll take the deep shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
New running back, same result. It's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Oh, he just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make, but I'll tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB, but it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
They'll stop play here as they have a look at this injured Gamecock. And the Gamecocks back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Going to the run, it's Henderson. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Throwing, Sellers. On the move. Fights off a defender. He has run out of bounds right at the 10-yard line.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell. They want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just try to get to him, try to get him on the ground. But this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Straight ahead, it's Payne. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. 4th down, Sellers. Buying time to his right. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, South Carolina. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Drops back on 1st down. Setting up the screen. Sweet cut there. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Handoff for Frazier. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Frazier again. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Got an alley. Turning it on. Inside the touchdown Gamecocks. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense optional. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. Just, we've got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Bulldogs sideline, I can see the coaches imploring their team right now. This has to be a turning point. Turning it over on that last drive, it could get out of hand if they don't make something happen right now. You see the coaches and players coming together to try to get that momentum back. I'll keep you posted on if that swings here in their favor. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Hits inside. It's Frazier. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on 3rd down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's 4th down.
They booted away on 4th down. Looks it in. He's got great speed. And there he goes. Touchdown Gamecocks. Stealing a score on special teams. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Can't get him to the ground. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Solid run on the last play, sets this offense up on 1st down. They'll move the tight end. On 1st down, Nate Frazier. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. The play fake. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Sells the run, looking to pass. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He's got it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll go with Frazier. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw one first. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Just got rid of that one.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Dogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
He'll keep it himself. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on fourth down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense has won, especially on fourth down, and you're going to be coming off the field.
Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Yeah, and he's been dependable. He's been a guy that they've given the ball a lot. He's just been so productive, giving this offense an easy way to move the football down the field. 97 yards on the day.
Rid of it on the RPO. Makes one man miss. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Motion from the wide receiver. Under pressure. Just gets rid of that one.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
The run inside. It's Henderson. Got the first down. He's up to 113 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Here's Sellers to throw. Quick catch. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You just love seeing your leaders and your best players punctuate the season, right? This quarterback, one of the best in the nation. We knew that. He threw for over 300 yards a week ago. He does it again in this game, too, and that's why a lot of people are tapping.
They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Sellers to throw for it on fourth. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense. Play action on first down. Unloads in the nick of time.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Makes the grab on the left. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Needs it here on fourth down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Sellers. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. Just weren't able to come down with that one.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Hits the hole. It's Henderson. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They are going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Rush right in his face. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Caught on the RPO. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Bulldogs are in the hurry-up.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Fresh set of downs going up top. Oh, pressure's coming. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And he gets it away.
We've got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. Snap on first down, wants to throw. It's complete to the right. Oh, got enough space. Touchdown, Bulldog. And they take it in for 6 more points.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the fourth quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession. Now let's see what happens.
Drops back on first down. Complete. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Oh, look out on the right. Scoop and scored. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Here he comes with the return. And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad.